As the famous words that a famous person on the social site of Twitter says, here we go. Roll the bad boy titles. Now, West Ham are closing in on the signing of Chelsea left-back Emerson Palmieri after agreeing personal terms with the Italian, according to several reports. Now, last week, the two sides agreed a fee of an initial £13 million with a further £2 million in add-ons, but personal terms proved to be a significant issue early in the negotiations, and a move looked like it was going to be a big risk at breaking down. After a brief lull, talks resumed and sources have now confirmed that an agreement has been reached with Emerson, which will bring the 28-year-old Italian international to the London Stadium. He is, and we have understood that he has went ahead yesterday and completed one part of his medical, where he should complete the second part of his medical, and fingers crossed should get announced as a West Ham player later on today. Fingers crossed to make it the 7th signing for David Moyes in this window. Now, the deal now appears to be done, which is going to bring him in to the club. Now, the first part of the medical, like I've mentioned, should have been done yesterday, and it looks like this player could come in and be another piece of the jigsaw that's definitely missing under David Moyes' new regime and new, system and new signings, etc. that's coming in. And Moyes will definitely know what Palmieri is all about. His West Ham team faced him twice in the Europa League last season when he was on loan with Lyon. And he currently earns about 70 to 75k a week at Chelsea. So he's asking for approximately, from what we understand, a 25k a week pay rise to join West Ham. Now, is it going to be worth the money? So we're going to take a little bit of look and see what he can potentially offer to West Ham. He is an attacking left wing back in every sense of it. He isn't the best defensively, but he is very good at going forward. With that in mind, I have to say that signing him does make a lot of sense. If Moyes plans to play maybe some 3 centre-backs moving forward with 2 wing-backs this season, £15 million doesn't sound like bad value for the Italian international, and he must be a decent player considering he did start the Euro final against England when Italy went ahead and won the Euros. Now, the current Chelsea star does possess exceptional technique and has an absolute wand of a left foot. He won the Champions League in 2021, and that kind of winning mentality and experience could prove hugely important to West Ham. And if we end up getting this deal over the line, I could see it being a really, really decent deal for the club. So fingers crossed we can get this wrapped up ASAP. Now, the modern fullback role is definitely changing, with fullbacks such as Andy Robertson, Trent Alexander-Arnold having changed the role for good. More teams are requiring their fullbacks to provide an additional factor that edges them to the winning line. And the attacking factor does not simply translate into hard and fast goals and assists, which a lot of people will always think about. And on analysis, it requires looking deeper than even what the surface level statistics say. And in this case, hard and fast goals and assists show. This applies especially to the full back role, where their primary impact comes through their indirect interactions with the team play. So, one of the modern fullback requirements is the ability to start attacks down the wings with minimal team support. And with teams playing expansive football, having fullbacks who cannot create attacking actions puts the team, in theory, as the stats say, at a liability, as the team's attack is forced to repeatedly develop on the opposite side or through another form of play. And Emerson fulfills that exact fullback requirement. For Chelsea and Italy, Emerson is able to start attacking plays on the wing with often one nearby midfielder or a winger. And this not only takes Emerson and makes him a versatile player, but he also adds an attacking value to the team as it opens up to new avenues as we move forward. And that's something that West Ham are lacking, is the pace and the ability to get forward. The Creswell of 3 or 4 years ago, but with more pace, and that's what we're missing because he has lost a step in a yard or two in his pace. And another requirement for a modern fullback is to be comfortable in attacking spaces. Emerson has a versatile first touch, being able to control aerial balls with all areas of the foot, in addition to having excellent control, and he's very comfortable in tight spaces because he pushes himself forward, and if the balls get switched, he can really evaluate and look at the situation and progress the team moving forward with clever overlapping runs. And because he's pacing, because he's reasonably clever on the ball, he really does add a massive threat down that side. Now, people might say, well, he's not played for Chelsea for a while. He's had one appearance this season for them, but he won loan at Lyon last year. And let's be brutally honest here, Chelsea have an abundance of players, and there's going to be some players there that don't fit the mould. And David Moyes does look around and look for the right player to fit the system. And if Emerson Palmieri is the right player that fits this system, then I'm all for it. I am all for it. Fingers crossed we can get the best out of him as well. And as such, he is able to maintain attacking positions under intense pressure, and he's able to attack in the tight spaces like I mentioned. And the press resistant ability allows him to attract pressure and coolly release it to the other side as well, which really offers us a whole new dynamic moving forward. Not really necessarily a new dynamic, a dynamic we're missing currently in this season. One of the key qualities for fullbacks is to switch their attacking instincts into defensive mindset in a quick switch. And Emerson, to some degree, shows this trait in his playing abilities. One of his strengths in defending has to be his early anticipation on the flanks. Moulded as an attacking fullback, his natural instincts are always to look for certain poorly hit passes as to counter-attack. And he is well versed in reading the balls on the flank and intercepting efficiently in the teams that he plays for. Not only does he do an excellent job at interceptions and blocking passing lanes, but he also gets into position really well. And he's blessed with pace, which allows him to quickly run and keep the defensive line narrow and well organised. Nowadays, with every big team, right, the build-up has become a must-have. As in generations before, where one common tactical aspect defined a plethora of teams, the concept of the build-up is a natural step in the rite of passage. And the essence of build-up is simple. Use short passes in your own half to attract the opponent so you can get out of their pressure and create a counter-attacking scenario. As simple as that. And in the end, every successful build-up creates a counter-attack. For a counter-attack is tactically an advantageous situation, and the opposition team's balance is off-centered, while your players who already know what they need to do can attack and create big chances. So Emerson personifies the build-up fullback. He'd done it for Chelsea previously when he went ahead and won all the medals that he did there. He's done it for Italy at the international level. So what does he have him that makes him a build-up fullback? He's got great technical skill set. He's comfortable in dribbling, and going through tight spaces tells us that the fullback is well versed for possession-based football, and that's something that West Ham need to learn, because I think this is going to be one of the transitions that we're definitely going to make. However, he is not strong in all fields, and one of his downsides is his weaknesses in his one-to-one defending. While the wing-back is blessed with pace, like I've mentioned several times, his discipline in staying compact and narrow against wingers and skillful midfielders is not always present. Emerson is not as strong in the physical department, meaning that strong forwards are able to brush him off when they press forward in the team. Emerson does complement that downside through his tactical defending, because he can read the game quite well and he can anticipate when a pass is coming. But his lapses in concentration can open up chances for the opposing team. However, as a transitional period that West Ham are going through, does this player add massive value to our squad? In my opinion, he does. He absolutely does, in an abundance. And he has had recent game time. He is an Italian international, and he is definitely a threat when he can come on the field, and that's something that we desperately need, is the pace. So I'm going to bring up some of the information on him, and I'll play the video at the end. He's 28 years old, he's 5'9", and he was born in Brazil, and he does. He played for the Santos Youth and made his first team debut in April of 2011, and he made his top league debut for Santos against Flamengo, and he scored his first goal in September of 2013. As well, he had 18 appearances with 1 goal and 3 assists for Santos. And in 2014, he was loaned out to Serie A's Palermo in Italy and a buyout clause, and he played 9 league matches for the club, being mainly a backup to another new signing. And there is his stats while he was at Palermo. And then he joined Roma on loan for 1 year, and he's a second choice behind Lucas Digne. His loan was extended for a further season, and he made the permanent move in December of 2016. He missed much of the first half of the 2017-18 season due to an anterior cruciate ligament injury that he suffered in May 2017. He had 45 appearances, 2 goals and 1 assist for Roma before joining Chelsea in a 4.5-year deal. It was supposedly around 20 million euros plus 9 million euros bonus. He's made 71 appearances with 2 goals and 5 assists for Chelsea. He was joined League One side Lyon on a 1-year loan, making 35 appearances with 1 goal and 2 assists. He has also represented Brazil under 17 level, but he did switch his allegiance to the Italian international side, where he went on to make 27 and still has an active senior appearance. He has covered all of these positions everywhere on the left. He has also played out on the right and centrally through the midfield, so you can see that he is an extremely versatile player. He does usually play as a left back and is known for his stamina, athleticism, physical qualities and techniques, which makes him an effective asset. He's also known for his ability to get past opponents and provide crosses into the penalty box, and there are his player strengths: dribbling, passing, crosses, defensive contributions. He has won the Brazilian Championship twice, 1 Champions League, 1 Europa League, 1 Super Cup, and the Euros with Italy, obviously against England. He's been runner-up in several competitions as well. His contract expires with Chelsea at 2024. I think that's wrong there. I think he currently earns about 70k a week, and he's valued in and around £14 million mark. But what do you think about bringing Emerson Palmieri to West Ham? You've got Kostic, that's who we were linked to initially, and we didn't get that deal over the line, but it looks like we're pushing forward with getting Palmieri into the club. Are you downhearted by it? Are you happy by it? For me, I think Moyes will have done his due diligence and gone, this is the man I want. You know, no ifs or buts about it. We wanted Kostic. And he's maybe accepting the next best thing, and that's what you need to do. You need to move on in football terms, but it looks like, we see it. We need pace, and we need pace with an abundance. Bringing this player in offers that amount of pace. So the excitement for the attacking threat for West Ham is good. Then you need to rely on what the defensive duties of the team are going to do, and that's just the area we need to shake up and get really resolved ASAP. Is central defense and the middle of the park as well, if we're going to bring in Hans Vanaken or someone else. But watch this space for maybe a few more potential signings coming from the club that we could be signing Emerson Palmieri from. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know your genuine thoughts on what you think of this player. If you are new around here, please hit that subscribe button. We're on the march towards 20,000 subscribers. Hit the thumbs up. Please leave a comment. And if you are interested in becoming a channel member, then hit the channel membership as well. We are doing regular prizes for all of you whilst we're at it as well. So keep an eye on the channel for all of our content, and I'll leave you with everything that you need to know about Emerson Palmieri, and fingers crossed we will be announcing him later on today. Take it easy, stay safe, and come on, you Irons.
see you smile again. Watch your eyes light up the room. Feel the sunny days caress our skin when we begin to flow. Oh. It's like a family tree, part of you and part of